You know, when you have a historic institution, some people rest on their laurels. They're fine with the way the past was, but that is not who we are. We're willing to move into a future that embraces a broader perspective of who our potential students are, and an understanding that the creative industries are extremely important to society.
There's just talent here, immense talent of just amazing creatives, designers, makers. It envelops you in this way that makes you feel possibility.
I used to teach art myself, so I was always involved in arts education, and I came and had a tour, and I noticed a lot of older women actually were students, and I thought that was so important. They felt comfortable. Moore was providing tremendous opportunity for these women. So from then on, I knew that was an important thing for me to support and help.
I just loved it from the very beginning. As my daughter said, you could wear a costume here and be comfortable. So it was great. Well, I was in my 5th year of my presidency, and it became very clear that the way we were going to attract highly performing students through the Visionary Woman Honors Program was to give them scholarships.
Cecelia Fitzgibbon called me and asked me if I'd want to be more involved with the scholarship program at Moore. And I was very eager to do so because I knew how much it meant to me. In old school, I know married couples, all the money would be given to where the husband went to school. But I see today a shift, a healthy shift, where women want to support their schools and the things that they believe in.
It was somewhat daunting, and we thought, well, we're going to go for the 15 because it would be a shame not to, have a real goal. And so we did that, and here we've ended up with 24 million, which is just wonderful. We've grown in many ways through this campaign, and it's exciting. We know that the best way to build a reputation of a higher education institution is to invest in faculty, fabulous curriculum, and great students, because every endeavor that you do that ties vision and strategy really is about the future, and that's what this campaign was, the future.
It's a powerful thing that no matter where you're coming from in life, there's a place for you here. And I was coming literally from the military, from getting a very technical degree at CCP. And I never saw myself as an artist, right? I knew I wanted this career path, but it fostered in me this experience of discovering self through the arts, exactly where I was in my life. That's what makes this place special.
We said we will support for something like Career Center for Women at Moore. So we gave seed money. Our heart is there, so we wanted to support the mission and the goal.
My grandmother had inspired me, my art teachers had backed me, and I knew what I wanted, but my parents didn't quite see it that way. And so if I wanted to go to art school, I was going to have to find my own way. And so I worked, I had summer jobs and so forth. But that scholarship made it possible. It closed the loop for me financially. What draws me, what keeps me involved is I know what it meant to me. And when you have that kind of impact in your life, it's something you don't ever forget, and you always want to stay involved in some way and to be supportive.
In my industry, it's not very diverse, and I've been very successful as a Black woman with a focus on equity in this creative profession. And I think I wanted to create an opportunity for someone to know, if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. I don't want to be the only. I want this next wave of designers to come up in an industry where they know there are people who look like them who have paved the way. And that's what that scholarship is for. I want some other woman to know that she can not only follow in my path, she can exceed it.
I am kept in touch with a lot of the scholarship winners by way of communications through the school, and so I read their essays, and I am just thrilled to be a positive part of their lives.
There's one young woman, her name is Devin. She'd worked for a while, she was a waitress, and she really knew she wanted to go to art school, and she has loved it and done a great job. So she sends me notes every so often, and that's really nice.
I've been surprised by the generosity of people who have already given their heart and their soul and their checkbook to Moore. They kept on supporting the institution because they believe in the mission.
To have, a capital campaign like this, to reach the goal, then exceed it, and then stretch it again, I just think it shows just the power of this place, right? I think it shows that people are so deeply rooted and connected, not only to help us meet our goals, but to exceed what's possible. And our alum we are doing it.
I think we've done so much better with speaking with alums and bringing them back into the fold, and even students, helping to teach them about philanthropy and giving back, because so many of them have gotten scholarships and will from this.
This campaign assisted us by enhancing our learning environment and also by attracting those students. So in that regard, it was very successful. This has been a year of great loss for our board and our alumni group. We lost 3 very long-standing and important members of the Board of Trustees: Penny Wilson, Jane Lentis, and Jack Donnelly. And they are all missed terribly. The inimitable Penny Wilson. She wanted to be an architect, but of course, when she was going to college, which was rare for women of her generation, women never were architects. So she understood the groundbreaking nature of what our students were trying to do. And she also understood what was important about building. She had been a generous supporter of this college. But that's not why we cared about Penny Wilson. We cared about her because of the alignment between what she strove to do in her generosity and who she was. Jane, of course, her generosity, but also it was Jane who convinced the board to expand their thinking about our gender policy. Jane had a big, wide worldview, and for that I loved her. Jack Donnelly was our rock. He was the person who taught our staff to ask very tough questions when it came to building something. I'd never built anything, but what people don't know about Jack is he was a father of a student here long ago. And that parenting of her development made him a long-term devotee of the college.
People felt deep down in their heart the school really helped them to launch on their life. And there are many people out there like that.
It's just responsibility to my family that makes me give back in such an intentional way right now. What you can give and in whatever amount, it helps. It allows us to do what we do. So I just love hearing the success of this campaign, but also I'm not surprised because I know there are many people who feel like I feel.
What it really is about is that it's one of the best places in the United States for a woman in the arts to go and get a great education and grow her art, have wonderful friendships, and then go out and get a job, be prepared for the job market. What more could you want?
People know when they come to Moore, when they graduate, they have good education, they're ready to face the world.
And I think this place taught me to trust myself, trust my decision-making process, lean into it. So when I think about, the campaign and what it means to be an alumna, and it's giving back to this place that poured into me in ways I could have never imagined outside of my formal education.
When I imagine the future of Moore, I see Moore graduates going out and flourishing in a world that so badly needs the creative mind.
I imagine being the best women's and a little broader than that, art and design college. I just think we have so much ahead of us.
In my wildest dreams, Moore grows its footprint in Philadelphia, in my wildest dreams. It's an interdisciplinary campus. And you know what? It's Moore. So these dreams aren't wild, they're possible.
We've just done the branding campaign that asserts that the world needs more. We're talking about the institution, but really what we're talking about is the impact of creative thinking on the world and the ability to think differently, to imagine a different world than the one we're in now. The future of the college is aligned, I believe, with a brighter future where artists and designers take a more important role in crafting society, in interpreting how we interact with the world we live in.